Hello, Ray here. This is Chapter 1, Part 2 of the Steins visual novel. Please get comfy, grab a can of Dr. Pepper, and enjoy. After parting ways with Daru at AFT, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercised. I seriously doubt that the Makise Kurisu at AFT was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is a more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. I love that. The shrine is so small, you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. It seems so peaceful and nice. There, girl. There are two girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. So pretty. Urushibata Luka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. It's okay, guys can be lovely too.
Okabe-san, konnichiwa.
Place is so pretty. He bows his head and has a very cute hair clip. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know, but he's a guy. And that's okay. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender, but he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes, but he's a guy. And good for him. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning, but he's a guy. Okay, we get it, Okarin. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Damn cicadas won't shut up. The cicadas. Oh, he's a guy. Okay, we get it. Luka's really pretty. And he can do whatever makes him happy.
Lukako よ。お前、俺が与えた刀はどうした？
He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. It also so happens that Lukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I gotten to know him. Lukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. Oh.
妖刀さみだれのことですよね。
そうだ。あれはお前の力を制御するために買ってやったのだぞ。
ああ、秋葉の武器屋本舗で買ったやつでしょ。980円だっけ。
マユリ、それ以上言うと奴らに消されるぞ。この件については口を出すな。
消されちゃうの？おかり、心配してくれてありがとう。でも、奴らって誰かな？
So cute. They're both so cute. I ignored Mayuri's question.
それでルカコよ。妖刀さみだれはちゃんと使っているのか？
Hey, you're asking a lot, Okarin.
はい。1日1回は素振りを。
Oh, unless they're into it.
あれを持ち、精神ざんまりを極めさえすれば、お前は己の内にある邪悪な炎に焼かれずに済む。
Oh dear. Demon's sword, Samidare, may be an imitation sword, but that is the only form it takes to hide from the world. When the one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. and it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Good deal.
あんな素敵なものをプレゼントしてもらえて、岡部さんには感謝しています。
俺は岡部ではない。
おかりんだよ。
Yes.
ごめんなさい、京馬さん。
分かればいいのだ。では合言葉を。
エルブサイコンガリ
違う、コンガリュウではなくコングルーだ。
コングル。
はい。
What a cutie pie.
ブサイコングル
So cute.
これでいいですか？
You did great. Lukako smiles happily as I nod.
ありがとうございます。
Such a lovely smile. What a cutie pie. But he's a guy. That's okay.
美しい師弟関係だね。マユシーは不女子じゃないけど、ちょっとドキドキしてきちゃうよ。
Oh dear.
まゆりちゃん、変な想像しないで。
Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Hyoin Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash, teach Lukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. That stuff about the demon sword Samidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukako is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and of being too shy. That's okay.
それでなぜマユリはここにいる？
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ。
Oh.
来月のコミマでライネットのキラリちゃんこそをしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのに、ちっとも OK してくれないんだよ。 だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。
Oh. I'm sure they look great.
でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。 こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがないって大人気になるよ。ねえ、しようよ、コスプレデビュー。
Yeah, if they want to and if they feel comfortable. Sure, Mayuri would be a great support for getting started with cosplay. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. That's so creative and wonderful. And it looks like she's chosen Lukako as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on, Lukako has no problem wearing Nico robes. Why should cosplay be any different? I think if they want to try it, they should. But if they're feeling a little shy, maybe a costume that they feel comfortable with? But whatever, I have business to take care of.
そんなくだらないことは後でやるんだな。
マユシンにとっては大事なことだもん。
Yeah,
俺にとってはくだらないことなのだ。
just make sure Lukako is comfortable.
それよりルカコよ、俺がこの神社を訪ねたのは他でもない。お祓いを頼みたいのだが、やってもらえないだろうか。
お祓いですか？だったらお父さんに。
あ、いや、そこまで大げさにしなくていい。気休めでいいのだ。
That's why I came here instead of Kan the Shrine.
というわけで、例のあれを持ってこい。
例のあれと言いますと、サミダレですか？
違う。お祓いに妖刀は必要ないだろう。お祓いと言ったらあれに決まっている。
Cute.
正式な名称はわからんが、 棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、神主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
今のオカリンの説明、ゆとりっぽいね。
Oh. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri.
あ、おほぬさですね。でもお父さん貸してくれるかな。ちょっと聞いてきます。
Lukako makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. That looks pretty. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure.
じゃあ、マユシーはこれからバイトだからもう行くね。
そうか、頑張ってこい。バイトが終わったら直接帰るのか？
That makes sure she gets home safely. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began.
というわけで、また明日ね。
See you tomorrow. I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off.
マユリ、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたよな。
悲鳴？
Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile.
それっていつのこと？
今日の昼だ。
聞いてないかな。
そうか。わかった。
変なオカリ。じゃあね、トゥットゥルー。
Bye bye. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least half a dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Cute.
岡部さん、お待たせしました。
Lukako returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is a white zigzaggy thing I asked for.
借りることができました。よかったです。あれ？まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか？
マユリはどうでもいいから、今すぐお祓いを始めるのだ、ルカコよ。
はい、僕でいいんでしょうか。そもそも何に対するお祓いを？
Lukako is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I mean, he's doing you a favor. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。
Oh dear. I grab my violently shaking wrist.
静まれ、悪霊よ。急げ、ルカコ。このままでは俺は乗っ取られる。
そんな、岡部さん、しっかりしてください。
俺は岡部さんではない。
すいません、京馬さん。でも僕、どうしたら？
お祓いを急げ。この前教えた通りにやればいい。
He's so dramatic.
はい。
With a serious look on his face, Lukako grabs a onusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red, and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward? amateur.
頼む悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ
Lukako, you got this.
俺はお前を殺したくない
Oh, Green. Lukako starts crying. No. Oh. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. Should say sorry after. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukako's managed to work up his resolve. You got this.
悪霊よ
He raises the onusa up high, shaking it left and right.
岡部じゃなくて今日まさから
ああいいぞそのまま俺の腕にふさふさを当てろ
The tip of the onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas.
ですか
I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped.
大丈夫だ悪霊は去ったようだよくやったなルカコ
Oh, good job. Lukako sighs in relief and blushes.
お役に立ててよかったです
What a sweetheart. Oh, his shy smile really does make him look like a girl. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Braun tube workshop for repairs. Dado and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. Be careful, please. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare of the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 24-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. Unless for aesthetics.
おどうした岡部
Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. I like the apron. He's the workshop manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tenoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. It's a fitting name for someone who loves Braun tubes.
どうしたもこうしたもないですよ。あなたからもらったテレビが壊れた。
おめえ俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな
I mean, he did slap it. I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter.
愛が足りねえんだよ愛が
We were definitely not treating the TV with love. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい。最優先だ。
相変わらず変な話し方だなおめえって
Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before the LCDs took the market.
今日は遅くまでやっているんですね。普通だったら 夜7時には店じまいでしょ。
The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronic stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent.
今日はこれから客が来るんでな。
客？例の小動物ですか？
おめえな、俺の愛しい娘を小動物呼ばわりするんじゃねえ。
The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. Wait, why would he assume that? He's a loving father. His love for her is only second to his love for CRTs, or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again?
ないに手出したらぶっ殺すからな。
That's it, Nae. A rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Ryuri, since she's the only one Nae gets along with. Nae always hides when she sees me or Datu. Can't say I'm surprised. I must admit, I'm impressed that she can sense... I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers sent down my spine. Sweet.
しかし、娘以外でこの工房に客が来ることがあるんですか？
I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if the place were actually making any money.
客っつかなんつか。
Oh. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer.
ああ、これは多分基盤のハンダ浮きだな。なお、
そうですか。ではよろしく。
Sorry, I skipped a little far.
待ってろ。見積もり書作ってやる。
金を取るのか？
当たり前だろ。払わねえつもりだったのか。
He hasn't had a customer in years, you Okari.
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
おのれ。自分を間近のオンボロを押し付けておいて、その言い草とは。
Well, let's see how much the price would be.
うるせえな。だったら一つやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
横暴だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
ああ？それ誰のことだ？
俺のことに決まっているでしょ。
He's got a great imagination.
歯磨いて寝ろよガキ。そもそも2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
Not as nice of him.
修理代は弾もう、ミスター・ブラウン。
In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see that girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. Another cutie. Suddenly, time stops. It feels like someone activated the world.
あれ？
The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously? Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat.
さっき電話したアマネです。
Her voice is so cute. Everyone's voice is so good. And just like that, time starts moving again.
ああ、バイトの面接したいって子な。俺が店長の天王寺だ。
So was she so cute that she stopped time?
バイトの面接だとこんな若い女性が。この新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらず無才おっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか。
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000円増しな。
俺は事実を言ったまでですよ。もっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが、しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはな。この暇さではその必要性を全く感じないのだが。
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。
Oh. The girl looks a little embarrassed.
最初は断られたんだけどさ、店長さんにどうしてもお願いしますって。
Oh, so he was being nice. That's honestly surprising.
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよな。ま、そこの椅子に座んな、お嬢ちゃん。
失礼します。
Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. She's really cute. I love her hair. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Anyone would be nervous in an interview. Just because of the part-time just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic.
で、名前は何だって？
あまねすずはです。
年は？
18。
Same as me.
学生？
うん。
She shakes her head.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ？
ブラウン管が好きだから。
採用、明日から来い。
That was fast.
それでいいのか。というかこれはコントか、もしかして仕込みか。
ありがとう、店長さん。
Lucky. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me.
ところでさ、君は誰？
俺のな。聞きたいというのか。いや、やめておけ。それを知ることでお前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれん。
Always with the theatrics.
これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモーヌ。これ以上誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけには。
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。
He just doesn't understand my pain.
このバカ男は2階に間借りしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
岡部ではない。俺は法院。
うるせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
岡部倫太郎だ。
The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその期間ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
She's already on board.
は？
Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
So she's a strong cutie pie.
ミスター・ブラウン、彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う。
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。そもそもその期間なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
創作？
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
But someday the world will kneel before me. Mwahaha. And then Amane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she's a habit of looking people in the eye.
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
Trent? I don't think so.
暑い。
I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. Ooh, it's your mail too. I can remember how to open the mail. Okay, you got mail. Are you from Lukako? Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. Sweetie. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. It's okay. Like, how do I put it? Oh. And we wrote, don't worry, thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off. If I'm forced to do battle again, let's just pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. It was a lot of fun, huh? Okay. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check @channel on my phone. I most frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise Kudusu stabbing, but turn up nothing. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait, John Titor is back? John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time travel and provided pictures of its operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now a... So after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now on a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on the @channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. So this is what John Titor writes. I don't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology was developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one, to say nothing of private citizens. CERN has used their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free. But you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. My time machine is a prototype type reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There is no privacy and no choice. Anyone who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution. That hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. And the internet's being the internet. I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I'm only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.000002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disaster, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Titor. That's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on @channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor Red Archive in English and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. I entered John Titor's name into a search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titors posting on @channel. I can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled upon another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. And actual chaos and confusion, not just his imagination. I'll call Dada. He'll know about Titor for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titor before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By maid queen, he means maid queen plus NyanNyan squared, a maid cafe. I hope I'm saying that right. Let's see. Dada says, where are you? I'm at maid queen, what's going on? Dada is a regular there. Apparently, 3D cat maids are his thing too. Maid queen plus NyanNyan squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramae Bashidori, take a left at Suma Koisaka Crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radicon incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radicon building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。
That's a lot of people.
墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
The media has dozens of cameras set up outside the police line, and there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Me too. Today, like always, I'll tackle our shopping for comics, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from the scene at Radicon, it's the same as any other day. But still, I don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. Ooh. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. She's cute, and I like her glasses. She took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. Hey! I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turn around just to make sure she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. You can't do that. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. You gotta, even if you like someone's style or like they have a nice outfit, you can't just take a picture without asking for permission. You just have to ask nicely, and maybe they'll say yes, but they might say no, and that's okay too. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene, and not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out.
Wait!
She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? It must be the latter, yes?
She's
really pretty though. But you still can't do that, even if you're pretty. You gotta be nice. And ask for permission. She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course, her phone turns with her. She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone.
機関の人間か。
If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. Which would be what?
違うのか。
I guess we could also just say, excuse me, please don't take any pictures.
違うとしても問題がありますよ。俺の写真を持っていると機関に知られれば、あなたにも奴らの魔の手が伸びるかもしれない。とにかく今撮った俺の写真を即刻削除してほしい。
Is she even listening?
謝る。
Oh. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something.
不快にさせたなら。
Oh. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least, I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell.
謝るより先に写真を削除してほしいわけだが。
風景撮ってた。
Her fingers dance across her phone keys with impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. Hey.
風景を撮っていた？観光客？
Or is she one of the people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me.
証明。自分が今日どこを歩いたか。
I love the caption. Lady ignoring me and apparently sightseeing in Akihabara.
変なやつだな。
桐生、萌か。
Moeka.
名前。
I guess she's introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete that photo.
聞きたいことがある。
Yeah.
それより写真を。
都市伝説。秋葉原の。知らない？
An urban legend? What is she talking about? Don't tell me. There is a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. But now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld.
俺はこの町に長く居すぎたのかもしれん。
I love his imagination.
だがそろそろ潮時か。
Sorry for interrupting. Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that...
幻のレトロ PC。
レトロ PC？
She replies with a nod, or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかにあるらしくて、それが。
そうか。
Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a Phantom Retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC というとキュッパチあたりか？
That's the first model that comes to mind. Are the 89s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake.
いいえ、これ。
She turns her phone towards me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture's monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar.
IBN 5100。
An IBN 5100.
ジョン・タイターが手に入れようとした PC か。
Her fingers twitch, I think.
見たことは？
ない。名前を知ってるぐらいだ。
Coincidence? No.
これもシュタインズゲートの選択かもしれん。
詳しい人知らない？
ダルならば詳しく知っているかもな。そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームであるスーパーハッカーでな。MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる実力の持ち主なのだ。
The M16 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen plus Nyan Squared. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know.
では俺は行く。女よ。メディアスクラムもほどほどにな。
I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd.
何をする？
メルアド、教えて。
何が狙いだ？
スーパーハッカーの。
I'm sure Daru would love to have her number or her email. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る。今ダルを失うわけにはいかん。
I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. She's following me. I pick up the pace, but she's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩くな。
Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took.
ゲーまだ削除していなかったのか？
教えてくれたら削除する。
You need to ask for permission before you share your friend's contact to other people. Maybe he can get her address and then we can ask Daru later if it's okay to share.
この俺を脅すとは。貴様、何者だ？
I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective.
私は
She hesitates for a second.
アークディライトのバイト。
なんだそれは？
ヘンプロ秋葉原にある。
One of those companies that writes articles for magazines. Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? Hey, she might be really good at it. It's okay.
貴様、俺の写真を無断で記事にするつもりだな。
I don't think so. The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice.
交換条件に乗ろう。
At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed.
そうか。この女、能力者か。
I dub her power Shining Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds.
名前は
法院京馬。マッドサイエンティストだ。
どう書くの？
フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実。
は？
フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実だ。
I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the "in" part of Hoyin would take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side.
こう？
なんだこれは、ふざけるな。俺のマナをバカにするつもりか。
Oh dear. It's okay. I'm sorry, it's okay. She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess.
ならば携帯を貸せ。俺が入力してやる。
She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm gonna do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not gonna hand her phone over, so I ask her for her address instead. I'll send her a blank email. She told me her name a few times, but I forgot it already, so I enter her as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her in my contacts to send a blank email to Shining Finger. Oh, we're actually gonna do it. Oh no. Don't need to do anything. She frowns while looking down at her phone. Then she glances my way. I can feel those eyes clearly saying, hurry up. But I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to give her my true name. I think it's a little late for that. But regardless of how long I hesitate, I don't think that she'll let me go until I send her the email. She sure is persistent. Looks like I have no choice but to send the email. We exchange a few words and then I get away from her as fast as I can. Cute. I open the door to the Maid Queen plus Nyan Maid Cafe, and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. Mayuri looks so cute. They both look so cute. One of them is Mayuri. But here she's called Mayushi NyanNyan. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe. After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought of something. Oh, what? She's so cute. Whatever. Pink's so cute. The other maid who came to greet me, Faris NyanNyan, her professional name, of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's Maid Queen plus Nyan Squared's most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Daru frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Faris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Faris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me.
今日も期間打倒のための極秘会議かにゃ。
そんなところだ。
フェイリスも混ぜてほしいにゃ。
やめておけ。猫耳メイドが太刀打ちできるほど期間は甘くない。
そんなことないにゃ。フェイリスにはあの非奥義があるのにゃ。きっとお役に。
何？あの非奥義、ついに得得したのか。
そうにゃ。嫌なコーチでの修行に耐え抜き、師匠の死も乗り越えて、フェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ。
Oh, how exciting. What mentor? Faris knows my true name, Hoin Kyoma. I've also told her all about the organization. And now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. That's really cute though. She's playing along too. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique or whatever it is.
だか 約束通りフェイリスも精霊会議に参加させてほしいにゃん。
She's not letting it go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her.
お前サンクチュアリに行くというのか。ダメだ。いくら非奥義を得得したとはいえ、あの場所はお前にはまだ早すぎる。
そんな約束したにゃにゃのに氷馬は裏切るっていうのかにゃ。
We can't. She's too cute.
それにあの場所にはフェイリスのお兄ちゃんが。
Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's with this spirit conference anyway? Faris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter, even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk to her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. It's because she's so cute. But then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on, you can only take it so far. That's coming from Okadin? There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Faris only has delusions and a made-up backstory. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her.
なんかわからないけど、マユシーもサンクチュアリっていうところに行きたいな。
No, they have a field trip to Sanctuary. Great. Now look who's joined in. It's just gonna get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい。この話はもう終わりだ。
今日まだけずるいにゃ。そうだよ。マユシーもフェリスちゃんもダメなんてね。オカリン。
フェリスとは誰だ？
フェリスちゃんはフェリスちゃんだよ。ねえ。
Wait, am I saying that right? Mayuri and Faris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Faris? Is that a real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? That's a disturbing thought.
あのね、マユシーは言いにくいからフェリスちゃんって短くしてるんだ。
なんだそういうことか。
なんだか女学院みたいで、それも悪くないにゃ。
Okay then, moving on.
いいからさっさと案内してくれ。俺はいつまでここに立っていればいいんだ。
ごめんなさいにゃ。ご主人様、ご案内にゃ。マユシ、ご案内よろしくにゃんにゃ。任せてにゃんにゃ。
Cute. If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at Make Clean plus Nyan Squared are required to add cat sounds, nyas and yans, to their words with some frequency. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Mayushi NyanNyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers, and that's why she's second to Faris in popularity at this maid cafe. She guides me to Dado's table. The tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, Make Clean plus Nyan Squared's popularity is solid, but not booming. Considering what Fairisu and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears in the NyanNyan dialect makes it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid equals times 2 moe. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least, that's what Dado says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses.
ダルくん、オカリンが来たにゃ。
遅すぎでしょマジで。
Dadu sits in front of me, but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason.
それで今フェイリスタンと何を話していたか詳しく。
聞きたいのか？どうせダルには理解できない話だと思うが。
I think he actually would not understand what's going on. Even I didn't get most of it.
ああ、そっち系の話か。フェイリスタンとオカリンの会話は普通のオタじゃついていけない領域に達してるよな。オーラみたいなものが出てるっつうの。二人だけの固有結界張りやがって。許さない。絶対にだ。
フェリスちゃんもオカリンのこと気に入ってるみたいだにゃ。
You can't say that. Not in here.
お店の子、お店に来るご主人様たちみんな含めてフェリスちゃんのお話についていけるのはね、オカリンだけだもんにゃ。
I'm not even close to keeping up with her.
そんなオカリンに嫉妬。なんという勝ち組。
嘘で塗り固めた女になど興味はない。
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか。
黙れ浮気野郎めが。二次元の嫁が泣いているぞ。
Hitting him where it
うわ
hurts.
痛いところ疲れたっす。
Dadu theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table.
で、ご主人様、ご注文はお決まりですかにゃ？
オムライス、それとホットコーヒー、ブラックで。
You don't want to get a cute drink here?
かしこまりましにゃんにゃん。
After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she doesn't trip. Me too.
で、僕になんか用事だった？
Dadu asked without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontations with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective.
あと1時間ぐらいしたらラボに行くつもりだったんだけど。
内密で緊急の話があるのだ。
I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head.
ジョン・タイターは知っているよな。
ジョン・タイター？誰？
アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人だ。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
またオカリンのいつもの設定？
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは全て真実だ。
ああ、めんどくせえ。じゃあ付き合ってやるけどさ。
He doesn't believe us.
そのタイターってやつが未来人だっていうソースは？
待て、なんでそんな初耳のような言い方をする？
事実初耳だから。
忘れたわけではなく、
自信はないけど。
日本でもそいつに関する本が出ている。
その本を見せてくれたら思い出せるかも。
本当に何も知らないのか？
Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧なもんしょ。デジタルと違ってさ。
This is wrong. I remember talking to Dadu about John Titor back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Dadu forgot about it. Dadu's quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Dadu looked up info on John Titor. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or everyone else's? That's like a creepy thought. It's unsettling.
だったら IBN5100 については？
へえ、オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんてね。
知っているんだな。
IBN が1975年に発売したモデルっしょ。
Right, that's what John Titor said on @channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBN 5100, then leaped to 1998.
どんな PC なんだ？
値段高すぎの PC だな。 黎明期だったからすげえ高くて個人には手が出せなかったらしい。 IBM の独自技術が詰まったその当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね。 IBM は6年後の1981年に IBM-PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売してて、そっちの方が有名なわけ。つうか僕も IBM5100 の知識はネットのウィキを見たことがあるぐらいだぞ。
それが現在の空き場にあるという都市伝説を聞いたことは？
おうあるある。1ヶ月前ぐらいにネットで話題になったな。でその噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよ。フレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど、その人が中心になってね。あの疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど結局見つからなかったんだって。
じゃあ都市伝説はデマだったということか？
さあ知らねえ。秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし、案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね？
ふむ、なるほど。
My phone suddenly starts vibrating. Looks like I've got mail. I can check whenever I want, but I'm talking to Daru now, so it can probably wait.
それで一つだけ確認したいんだが。
I scan the area with my eyes once more. Then I lean in close.
IBN5100 は世界滅亡の引き金になるアイテムなんだな。
なんでだよ。引き金にはならないし世界滅亡もしないっつうの。
にゃに世界滅亡しちゃうのかにゃ。
Faris brings my omelet rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand. True feline agility. That's really hard to do. Despite her NyanNyan nonsense, Faris is the consummate professional.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃんにゃん。オムライスにゃん。
Omelet rice. Yummy. The cat girl puts the omelet rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. She uses it to write, "The world is doomed" in red letters upon the omelet rice's blank yellow canvas.
世界滅亡前にどうぞ召し上がれ。
That's pretty great.
おお、世界がやばい、きたー。フェイリスさんの丸文字の可愛さに僕もやばい。
It appears the cuteness has shattered Daru's sanity. I give him a look that says, "Calm down," but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words.
ああ、もったいない。
I'm gonna eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャン、フェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ。
ああ、もちろん。僕も参加します。
フェイリス杯？なんだそれは。
I take a mouthful of omelet rice.
次の日曜日にこの店でライネットの大会をやるのにゃ。
Faris starts dancing in place. I prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating nearby.
フェイリスはその幹事である実行委員長、つまり言い出しっぺなのにゃ。よかったら今日も参加するにゃ。参加費はドリンク込みで1000円。フェイリスに勝てた人には商品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ。
Ooh.
無理無理。オカリンはライネットには詳しくないんだ。
にゃー、面白いのに。
いいんだ、俺は。
I stop shuffling the omelet rice into my mouth. Then I deliver a melancholy sigh.
ライネットアクセスバトラーズか。その名を聞くたびチャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出す。あれからもう2年になるのか。いや、なんでもない。今のは忘れてくれ。
にゃにゃ、すっごーく思わせぶりな態度だったのにゃ。あいつって誰にゃ。
多分存在しないんじゃね。ライネットって公式大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし。
今日もあの人のことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ。
She's so fun.
はあ？
確かにあの頃、あの人、フェイリスのお兄ちゃんとキョンマはとっても仲が良くて、フェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ。
Damn it, she took my story and ran with it again. I never even said anything about him being her brother. I don't even know if Fairisu has siblings. I shouldn't have talked about this stuff in front of Fairisu.
でも、いい加減、思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ。
Her shout resounds throughout the store. Her fingers snaps at me.
フェイリスは辛くても、辛いからこそ、お兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ。覚えてるかにゃ。お兄ちゃんがいつも言ってた言葉。いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそうって。
フェイリス、コーヒー持ってきて。
にゃにゃ。
You have to say please. I present my empty plate to Fairisu. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Screw the slow food trend.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Fairisu takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Ooh! If I'd let things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in her fantasy world.
フェイリスさんは知る人ぞ知る実力派ライネッターなんだぜ。
Dado explains with a wry smile.
非公式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
Oh wow. Good for her.
ヒクソンかよ。
Dado ignores my perfect retort.
フェイリスさんが公式大会に出ないのが残念だよ。出れば優勝間違いなしなのに。
なんで出ないんだ？
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考えてるってことっしょ。店に迷惑をかけてまで大会には出ないってスタンス？メイドの鏡だろマジで。それにマユシと同い年だから学校も行かなきゃいけないだろうし。
店に迷惑かけないと言っておきながら、フェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのか？
細けえことはいいんだよ。とりあえずフェイリスさんは可愛い。可愛いは正義。猫耳ロリメイドはけしからん。性的な意味で。それでいいだろう。
I agree, cuteness is justice.
お前は結局、二次元派なのか三次元派なのか、どちらなのだ？
I mean, you can do both or have both, yeah? Maybe you have to pick just one person, huh? You should just pick one person.
あえて言おう。倍であると。
いろいろとフリーダムだな、ダルは。
よく言われます。さあせん。
Dado usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Faris. I wish he were this passionate about our experiments. I had to pull Dado away from Fairisu so we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than a sauna in hell. I quickly opened the windows, letting a small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. I flip our fan to full power and place it on the table in front of me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. Oh, I never opened the mail. Hold on. Oh, wait, did I do both of these? Oh. Okay, from Shining Finger, please reply. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moeka. I am a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arkwright. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots of Akihabara for work, and you happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite. LMAO. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was just using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Oh, I'm sorry I doubted you, Moeka. Okay. I turn on the computer. This is our PC for communal use among lab members. It still uses an old CRT monitor, so it looks ancient. But don't let its looks deceive you. Our computer whiz, Dadu, scrounged up some parts and made some mods to it. In any case, I don't spend much time on it. I mostly use it to update the Future Gadget Laboratory's homepage, check my email, visit news sites, and browse at channel. I wonder if the new Titor is still posting. Okay. On the background is baby's sit. Right, John Titor says, I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. I'm happy to explain. Just so you know, it's impossible to reproduce with current technology. Certain critical components won't exist until CERN invents them in 2034. Time travel works by altering gravity. Basically, you can think of it as using the twin paradox. But that alone isn't enough to reverse time. Yoin Kyoma says, it uses Tipler cylinders and curved black holes, doesn't it? Just like you said 10 years ago. And your time machine is a 1970s Chevy. I know all of it. Alright, John Titor says, this is a surprise. Does this mean people of this age already know my time machine? Did you really encounter me 10 years ago? If so, then that must be on another world line. I, at least, have not gone to the year 2000. In any case, the important point is that a rotating black hole has the same effect as a Tipler cylinder. You can learn more about curved black holes by studying the Penrose diagram or Tipler's calculations. My time machine works by generating a pair of curved black holes. Pauline Kilma writes, this isn't a delusion. I know for a fact that Titor posted 10 years ago. There's even a book about it. Search the used bookstores if you don't believe me. His Chevy has a gravitational distortion unit. That's what he said 10 years ago. John Titor writes, yes, it does have a gravity distortion unit. My time machine is not perfect. It was built by a third party who reverse engineered CERN's design. The gravity distortion unit is a little unstable. First, the unit produces a microwave singularity, then it ejects electrons to induce rapid rotation. This generates a local gravity sine wave. As the time machine passes through the singularity, the gravity distortion unit regulates the pressure to ensure safe passage. I'm not a specialist, so I cannot explain the mechanics any further. Let me just say that curved black holes can be manufactured. I assume everyone's aware of CERN's current experiments with black hole creation. John Titor writes, I set the destination in the VLG system. That's the variable gravity lock. It functions by reading the local gravity of the destination and locking up the Tipler sine wave onto that location. By locking onto Earth's gravity, it ensures that I don't end up floating in space. It uses 4 cesium clocks to make the calculations, so the margin of error is negligible. Pauline Kilma says, the same information was in the Titor book. All you've done is post 10-year-old copy pasta. Anyone could do that. How do I know you're the real Titor? Whoa, I shouldn't waste all day on @channel. We have more important things to deal with. Namely, the phone wave, named subject to change. We haven't experimented with it since yesterday. It's high time I figure out what's going on with that thing. Earlier, I asked Dadu to connect the phone wave, named subject to change, onto the computer. He finished setting up yesterday, but now he's about to do the quick wire work in the development room. Please take care, don't eat any strange bananas, and eru sai konguru.